You're allowing yourself to connect with the position, how you're holding yourself, where you might have tension. It's also allowing you to prepare for a yoga class where you're in control, your mind, body has connection. So just take a few minutes. This is a short little class, but I want to emphasize this is a very important piece of your yoga practice. So from here, we're going to add a little bit of movement. As you inhale, you may notice you naturally want to arch your back a little. As you exhale, you're going to end up going into more of a flat back position. As you inhale, you're going to start to let your body move. Exhaling through your nose and feeling that your back flattens. We're going to do this for a few cycles. Inhaling, letting your pelvis roll. Exhaling, letting your tailbone tuck towards the ceiling. You do one more breath in and one more breath out. We're going to come back to a neutral spine. And I'm going to do something, I want to prepare you for further yoga positions. I want you to find your transverse abdominal muscle. This muscle starts kind of in the back and wraps around your belly. It's the middle, the deepest layer of your abdominal muscles. Your diaphragm sits underneath your rib cage and your pelvic floor is the bottom. And together they all work to create stability, standing with most of your poses. So in doing so, that's why the breath is so important. When you breathe in, everything stretches open. Your rib cage is open. Your belly releases, your pelvic floor relaxes. As you exhale, everything comes back to a resting position. And so in light of that, when you breathe in, let everything expand. Let everything relax. Just feeling and noticing that. It's something that's taken me a very long time to really connect with, but you need to start somewhere. So on your next breath, after you inhale and exhale, I want you to try to connect with your pelvic floor. You're going to feel after your exhale a tightening of the muscles that control, if you have to control the flow of urine or the passage of gas. Those they call mula bandha muscles. They're your pelvic floor muscles. But as you inhale, everything relaxes. And as you exhale, you can contract gently on the pelvic floor, trying to stop the flow of urine. You may feel just inside of your pelvic bones, your abdominal muscle connect and contract. So as you inhale, let everything release. And as you exhale, connect your pelvic floor. And now see if you can connect these two pelvic bones together. They don't move, obviously. But you breathe in, relax. And exhale and connect these two pelvic bones together. Connect your pelvic floor and just feel. You may add a pillow or a block between your knees to really feel that, engage that. This time you'll breathe in, release. And again, no movement. Exhale, connect, and squeeze on the block. Breathe in. And then exhale, squeeze the block, engage your pelvic floor, connect your transverse abdominis muscle all below the belly button, and release. One more breath in, one more exhale, engage your pelvic floor, connect and squeeze. And remove the block. We're going to add a little bit of movement. So you can come over to your side, end up on your hands and knees. Let's move our blanket. And we're going to add some movement in 4-point as we prepare to work our way into a sun salutation A, which is my goal of the short time we have together. So first of all, we're going to connect your hips directly above your knees. Your hands are going to be directly below your shoulders. And where we gain a lot of control with our shoulder blades is in the neutral position. So you're going to just drop your shoulder blades so they come together. You're going to press apart so they reach apart. And then drop them in the middle somewhere that feels comfortable. You might also notice that you tend to let your shoulder blades scrunch up by your neck. So you want to also know that your shoulder blades go up and down towards your head and your tail end. So finding a place that's comfortable right in the middle. There should be no excess strain. So in this position, you can still lengthen through your neck. Breathe in through your belly, let it soften, and exhale and connect your pelvic floor, connect your transverse abdominis, and engage. Just feel what that feels like. Breathe in, release. Exhale and connect. On the next breath, we're going to move. You're going to inhale, drop your belly, open your shoulders, lengthen your neck. Exhale, curl your tailbone under. You can squeeze those pelvic bones together and stretch through your upper back. Inhale, release, sink, lengthening through your neck, opening your shoulders. Exhale, engage in your core, pulling up, pressing your hands in. One more breath, inhale, and sink down. And then exhale and around, squeeze your tail down, squeeze your pelvic floor. You can connect with your pelvic bones, press through your shoulders, and then come back to neutral. We're going to walk your hands down. This is another preparation for part of your sun salutation. And we're going to find a neutral place on your belly. So your hands are just to the sides of your ribs. Shoulders, blades again, can slide up and down till you find a comfortable position. You're going to open the shoulder blades so that they're not squeezing together. Your elbows aren't squeezing, but they're open and soft so they feel comfortable. You're going to keep your head a little above the mat, lengthening your neck and tucking you're pushing your head away from your tail. Soften in your low back. And just feel a breath here. Your belly will distend. Your exhale, you can connect to your pelvic floor and connect to your pelvic bones. Breathe in. Exhale one more time. Connect. And then on the next inhale, gentle pressure into your hands and lengthen up through your breastbone, in through your neck, and lower back down. This is called cobra. So as you just keep your shoulders wide and solid and soft, you can do both. Breathe in and lengthen. Be careful not to use your neck. We tend to use the path of least resistance. So lengthening through your upper back as well as your lower and your neck and coming back down. Tuck your toes. Connect through your pelvic floor and your transverse abdominis, your pelvis, and press yourself up to your hands and knees. I'm going to take you now up towards out to a down dog. So let's lift up if you can and press back. If you're nursing any kind of injury, I'm assuming that you've gotten the okay to do some movement, do some yoga, and you're on the other side of your rehab. But in here, it's the same principles. You're going to keep your shoulders not pressing so high and wide that you have stress in your shoulders, but you're going to keep them a little bit more in that neutral position. You can breathe by stretching your head through your tail, keeping your knees soft. So bending the knees, people think we need to push our heels down, but look what happens to my back as I do that. My hamstrings, as a yoga teacher, even aren't that fabulous. So I adjust, I modify so I can keep a straight spine, a long neck, and I breathe in, let my belly soften, exhale, and I connect through my pelvic floor, connect my pelvic bones, just to feel that strength, the postural control that you gain. And then you can take yourself either down to your knees or look forward and work your way up towards the front of your mat. So in a forward fold, I would start with your knees bent, fold your head over, and let your head drop. And breathe here. Again, with our tight hamstrings, we want to protect the back. So if your hamstrings are tight, it's okay to keep your knees bent. This is still beneficial. Leaning maybe your weight forward. As you start to get better, you start to lengthen through your hamstrings and let the upper body just fold and wash down and stretch and get space in your spine. Big breath in and out. So we'll take your hands, put them on your knees, and you're going to straighten to a flat back. Again, this is much of a beginner session, so I'm just trying to work with you on what we're looking for as we go through our sun salutation. Halfway lift is exactly what this is, and you're going to exhale and fold down. And as you come to standing, you reach your hands out and keep that flat back and press all the way to standing. Good. So find your posture, feet down from your hips. You're going to allow yourself to find your sweet spot. So as we stand with your weight a little bit forward, you're going to end up getting a little bit of an arch in your back. If you allow yourself to drop your tailbone, you'll feel just an engagement that naturally happens in your core. So reaching through your hands, again, not squeezing your shoulder blade, but feeling the space in the front of your body, in the back of your body, feeling the four corners of your feet, which is your big toe mound, little toe mound, and heels. You reach up, breathe in, and I'm going to take you through a little sun salutation A. Exhale, fold forward. Hands can be on the knees, or you can slide them up as you halfway lift and inhale. And exhale, fold. Let's walk yourself back, either to your knees, which is actually probably a good place to start. You're going to bring your shoulders over your knees, engage your core, let your elbows bend behind you, and flatten your feet. Inhale, cobra. So you lift through your chest, your breastbone, your neck, but long through the neck, and exhale, release. Tuck your toes, open the shoulders, engage your core, and press back into either a child's pose or a downward dog. Spend a few breaths here. Allowing yourself to, again, just explore what it feels like. You can keep your knees soft. Feel where the tension is. This should feel solid and good, without arching your back. Keep it long, lengthening through your head, all the way to your tailbone. Take a breath in, release. Exhale, connect. And you're going to look forward, working on walking your way any way you can forward, eventually being able to step through to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then you reach up all the way with the flat back. Inhaling and exhale, coming into heart center. So that's a basic sun salutation A. I'm going to go through it one more time, moving, and then leaving you with just a sitting pose. So you're going to reach up and breathe in. Exhale, flat back, and fold. You move with your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Open the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Step back to your knees, or you can do the plank and lower down. You're going to inhale and upward to cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Press back to your hands and knees. And child's pose or downward dog. Breathe in and out 3 times. Remembering to engage and feel your belly. Exhale. Look forward. Walk or step to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach all the way up. And hands to heart. So that's your basic flowing sun salutation A. And most of the time with the practice in yoga, we end with Shavasana. We end with something down-regulating and just feeling the release in your body. Shavasana means corpse pose. And it's just about letting go. Today, being our first day, I'm going to take you into more of a meditation position with alignment. So today, we're going to end sitting on, most often, a pillow, a blanket, is pretty hard and high because that frees up your hips. We want your pelvis to be in a neutral position, just cross-legged. If you find your knees are like this, especially on the ground here, or your back is rounded, you know that your hips are too tight, that you need to put a little something underneath your pelvis. So when you feel this nice, easy position, hands can go anywhere. Find what feels open and stable for you. So rock a little bit back and forth. Your hands can go on your knees, shoulders softening down. And just feel your breath here. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. And in meditation, the idea is just that you bring awareness away from your thoughts into your body. It doesn't mean that you stop thinking. In fact, I regularly have to tell myself, this is my time, stop thinking about my children, etc. But just really allow yourself to just feel what it feels like to breathe and to notice as you think that you don't need to be engaging in that thought. Feel your sit bones wide on the pillow or the floor. Let your knees drop, shoulders release. Feel yourself lengthening through your spine. And spend as much time as you can, a minute, 2, 5, 10, just to give yourself that peace, to bring yourself into some relaxation, some down regulation, something I'll discuss further as we go. So that's our quick, short 20-minute stint of yoga. I hope that you enjoyed the little information we have here, and I intend to build on it and to grow with other sorts of focuses as we go. So thank you for joining me. Have a great day.